CHAMPS. CHAMPS is a way to set structure throughout the building and in the classrooms. And so our classroom best practices are around walkthroughs, implementing CHAMPS, and social emotional curriculum, or SEL. And last but certainly not least is stakeholder engagement. We would like to have more parent involvement, more parent events, and conduct and analyze stakeholder surveys to gain input on these processes. Now that we've identified the specific goals and objectives for Keller Middle School, we have to talk about how we're going to monitor those goals and objectives. The first thing we will look at is what activities or building initiatives are in place. Keller Middle School will have a monthly school improvement team meeting in which the stakeholders of the school will complete a spreadsheet and upload and put dates, specific dates, for all the activities that they have taking place in the school. And then within that template, they will identify who is responsible for seeing those goals through or those activities. For example, could it be the administrator, the principal or assistant principal, the teacher, director, students, parents? And then they will have a timeline for people in those roles to implement their different activities. And of course, the most important thing is identifying the system for monitoring. And so on their template, they will show what they are doing to monitor their activities. What are the data sources they are using, such as NWEA or classroom assessments. And they will show evidence of implementation. For example, if they had a parent meeting, they would have the sign-in sheet from the parent meeting. So those are the strategies that we will use to monitor those goals and objectives being met. And now we will go on to Posen Intermediate School. Posen is the next level after the middle school, which is 4th and 5th grade. Posen reflects Keller a lot because, again, all these schools feed into Posen. So the enrollment is 240 students. The demographics are pretty much identical, as well as the income level and the teacher demographics. Posen survey results are centered on their parents. And so their survey results reflect that their parents would like to be more informed about programs and activities. They do feel that they were offered opportunities to be involved, but that could also be improved. And they feel like they could be more offerings for improved skills. And so overall, Posen did get a good rating of an A or a B. And now we're going on to the goals and objectives for Posen School. As you can see, the goals and objectives look very similar, actually identical to Keller Middle School. The reason why is because as superintendent, I felt it was very important for the goals of each school to be consistent. And so the 4 goals that each school identically have in their school improvement plan are student growth, data-based instruction and PLCs, classroom best practices, and stakeholder engagement. Now, the objectives will vary from school to school. Posen School, for their objectives, actually target a subgroup of ELL. For data-based instruction and PLCs, they want to work with their instructional coaches and their teachers and the administrative team towards their weekly collaboration. A difference with stakeholder engagement for Posen is that they have a PTA or PTO versus a PTA, and they want to increase parent involvement. Classroom best practices is the same for Keller and Posen because CHAMPS, which is our discipline model, is a district-wide initiative. So CHAMPS is reflected in all 5 of our schools. Look familiar? Similar to the goals being consistent across the district, the system for monitoring is consistent across the district. So this is the same from Keller to Posen School. The activities, who's responsible, and how are we monitoring. And last but certainly not least, we will look at Gordon Elementary School. So we started with the older students, Keller, 6th through 8th grade, and then we went to Posen Intermediate, which is our 4th, 5th grade building. And now we are going to take a look at Gordon Elementary School, which is our kindergarten through 3rd grade building. Here is the overall demographics for Gordon Elementary School. It takes a look at gender by grade level, boys and girls. Then it looks at ethnicity. If you look at the purple, that represents Hispanic, which, as you can see, is the majority of our district. Then it takes a look at students with IEPs and limited English proficiency. And now we will look at Gordon's strengths and weaknesses according to the Illinois Empower Survey. Areas of strength include continuous improvement, shared leadership, management and operations, educator and employer quality, and family, community, and engagement. All of these areas received a score of a 3 or accomplished. Areas of concern, according to the Empower Survey, are culture and climate, and student and learning development, which received a score of 2 or emerging. Okay, and now we will look at Gordon's goals and objectives. As we mentioned, the goals are the same for a level of consistency across the district, which are student growth, database instruction and PLCs, classroom best practices, and stakeholder engagement. Gordon School tends to have higher achievement, so they've set the bar high with their student growth for 85% on the NWEA assessment. Gordon is also more advanced in their PLCs, so for their objectives, they have gotten to the level of creating common formative assessments and disaggregating data. And they have also targeted their subgroups within their PLC. Gordon also is top-notch with their stakeholder engagement. They have a monthly blue ribbon meeting to develop and monitor their school improvement plan. They have a PTA that is very involved, so they will have monthly meetings. And then, of course, with classroom best practices, as we mentioned, CHAMPS is a district-wide initiative which is reflected in all of our buildings, and so that is a common objective across the schools. And reflected in all of our schools is our district-wide system for monitoring, which is to identify the activities and initiatives, who's responsible, and a system for monitoring. At Posen Robbins School District, quality curriculum and instruction is our focus. One part of our curriculum and instruction is that we have pacing guides for every grade level and every content readily available on our district website. We have new curriculum in all grade levels and contents. For example, in Keller Middle School, we just adopted a new curriculum called My Perspectives for ELA and Reveal for math. We have Wonders curriculum for our K through 5th grade, as well as Go Math. We offer ongoing professional development. One example of our ongoing professional development is a series with Dr. Danielle Dickey on performance-based objectives and gradual release. We also have had an ongoing series with NWEA and Solution Tree on our PLC work. We recently had Dr. Sonia Whitaker do a culturally responsive walkthrough and professional development. Also under the curriculum and instruction umbrella for our district is our programs and activities. At Keller Middle School, we have National Junior Honor Society. At Posen and Keller, we have National Junior Beta. We have, for all 3rd through 8th grade, we have after school, summer school, our Saturday school, which we call Fun Factory, and athletics. So as you can see, as a part of our district improvement planning, curriculum and instruction is a huge investment and the core of all that we do. At the heart of our district improvement is technology. Posen-Robbins School District is a technology-forward district. We are now one-to-one with student Chromebooks. Every student in our district has access to a one-to-one Chromebook. We have installed ClearTouch boards in addition to smart boards in every classroom. We offered Google Classroom Level 1 certifications to our staff. 90% and above of our staff are Google Level 1 certified. Google Classroom is the platform for remote learning for our district. We have a vast amount of software available to our students and staff, such as iExcel, Google Classroom, the Google Suite, Microsoft Teams, and so on. And all of our curriculum are also available online. We have new document cameras that we have made available to all of our teachers, and we have technology coaches that meet with our teachers in PLC to give them strategies and new ideas with technology. It has been my pleasure to present the Posen-Robbins School District Improvement Planning process to you. We have a comprehensive plan that includes the district stakeholders towards meeting specific goals and objectives towards improvement. If you have any questions, feel free to contact myself, Amber Williams. Thank you.